Hello guys, my name is Naman Patel, and in this video we will discuss about the circulation of the brain, right? The blood supply to the CNS, and it is the third and the last part of the blood supply to the CNS. And in this video we will be focusing on the circle of Willis. So what is circle of Willis? It is nothing but just actually the junction between the anterior and posterior circulations, right? So let me just make a very quick diagram so it will be helpful for you to understand the things, right? Okay, this will go like this. What are these? These are vertebral arteries, and this one where this is the pontomedullary junction, you just have to imagine it, and I'm not going to repeat it because in my earlier videos I have mentioned everything, right? So this is the basilar artery, and see, now in these vertebral arteries there are very many bifurcations, as I said very earlier. So I will just make one. This is the anterior spinal artery, right? Anterior spinal artery, and this is the left vertebral artery and the right vertebral artery. Now this is the basilar artery, basilar, B-A-S-I-L-A-R, basilar artery, right? Now from these vertebral arteries there are two more branches, that is, one is going to the posterior spinal artery, right? Just same from this side also, and one is going to the posterior inferior, one is going to make a posterior inferior cerebral artery, pica, right? Now going forward, in the basilar artery, as we know that there are very many other arteries like the pontine arteries, very small branches of pontine artery, labyrinthine artery, and also the ICA, that is anterior inferior cerebral artery, and also the superior cerebellar artery, right? Superior cerebellar artery, pontine artery, labyrinthine artery, I'm just labeling it, and this is ICA, right? Now moving forward, as we move forward, we see that this basilar artery is going to be bifurcated. This is just a revision, nothing else, because circle of Willis is the revision of the posterior and anterior systems, circular systems of the CNS, right? So these two are what? Nothing but posterior cerebral artery, right? Cerebral. Okay, now coming to the anterior system. Just imagine that from here the internal carotid is popping out from the cavernous sinus, right? In the subarachnoid space, and just same here also, right? I will mention it like IC, internal carotid, right? Okay, now from this internal carotid, I told you in my earlier video that there is a artery branching out from the internal carotid and is going to join the posterior cerebral artery, right? Let me just draw it. This is what? Posterior communicating artery, right? And this one will be the anterior choroidal artery, which is going to supply the blood to the choroidal plexus. Now, coming next comes the middle cerebral artery, which is going to the lateral part to supply the blood to the lateral part of the brain, of the cerebrum, middle cerebral artery, right? And now just let me just draw the same here also, anterior choroidal artery, and this one will be the middle choroidal artery, right? Middle cerebral artery, sorry. Now here comes the major part of the circle of Willis, is that this internal carotid artery is going to form the anterior cerebral artery, right? Anterior cerebral artery, right? Now this is the anterior cerebral artery, right? Now these two arteries wants to connect with each other. These two arteries want to communicate. These are actually friends and they want to communicate. How they will communicate? So the answer lies just here. There is a artery which is joining these two anterior cerebral arteries of both sides, and this artery is known as anterior communicating artery, right? This is the anterior communicating artery. Now if you are able to see, there is a circle formed, right? See this. It has a very major clinical relevance also, the circle of Willis. I will just tell you in few minutes. So this circle is made, and this is known as circle of Willis, right? So let me just tell you the clinical relevance of the circle of Willis. So the clinical relevance is that if there will be a thrombus stuck in all these arteries which are making the circle of Willis, our brain wants an uninterrupted circulation of the blood. So for that uninterrupted circulation, this system is made, the circle of Willis. See, just imagine there is a thrombus accumulated right in the anterior cerebral artery, so that won't even affect those area cells, because see, the blood will pass out from this anterior communicating from this anterior cerebral artery to the anterior communicating artery, and it will flow like here. And from the internal carotid, as we know, they are having a very good supply of blood, so here it goes. So the thrombus won't make any difference, right? That is the major clinical relevance of the circle of Willis, and that is all about the circulation of the CNS, the blood supply to the CNS. And I hope you like my video and do subscribe my channel. And thanks for watching this video, guys. It's me, Naman Patel, and goodbye.